Once upon a time, there was a farmer. The farmer had a very large tree in his yard and decided that he was going to hire a worker to help him in growing this tree. Now, he told the worker his goal was he wanted to have the absolute best and biggest fruit that there was, and he wanted to have a lot of it. Now, the worker had never really worked with trees before, but he figured he knew exactly what to do. He said, instead of pruning the tree like everybody else does, my goal is I just want to make this tree the biggest tree that it can possibly become. So the worker, instead of pruning it, let it grow. The worker watered it. He put up sticks to help all the branches grow large and long. And at harvest time, he was excited because he looked at his tree, and his tree was much bigger. It was much taller than anybody else's. However, when the fruit came in, he realized that his fruit was really tiny, and not only was it tiny, it was really difficult to harvest because all of the fruit had grown at the top of the tree. He couldn't get to the fruit. It was really difficult for him to do anything with it. When the farmer finally came down, he was disappointed. Say, I gave you all of this time to take care of the tree, and instead of taking care of the tree and getting me the fruit, you just allowed the tree to grow. You focused on the growth of the tree and not the growth of the fruit. Sadly, this happens in the Christian life. When we are so focused with our own spiritual growth, we're so focused with our own financial growth, we're so focused with our growth, and we're not focused on the fruit that we bear. John chapter 15, Jesus says that the Father knows that we are His disciples by how much fruit we bear. If we bear much fruit, then we're definitely Jesus' disciples. If we bear very little fruit, or if the fruit we do bear is very difficult for us to even touch, and we don't touch it, we don't connect with it, we're not really disciples. We're just people that like Jesus. And, it's a sad factor that a lot of times Christians are so focused on themselves that they're not focused on discipling. They're so focused on their growth, their smarts, their knowledge. They're so focused on how they are increasing, how they are growing, that they're not looking at the fruit that they bear. If I really looked at your life, do I just see a really big tree with no fruit? Or do I see a fruit that has been taking care? Do I see a tree that's been taking care of the fruit that they need to be bearing? Just a parable for you today.